A fucking thumbs up, it would mean a lot.
Body break, get moving.
Headbangers. Hi, welcome back to the Headbangers podcast. We're your hosts Nathan and Brad. Here today we're doing things like the retro ways. We're doing an original episode of Headbangers.
It's my return in person.
It's Nathan's return.
After having to do it over a webcam console. I've missed you.
I missed you too, man.
What's our next topic, Brad?
Our new topic is gig stories. So we are playing around with this. We're thinking maybe it could be a segment on its own. We want to be able to be more interactive with you guys. So we want you to have your voices heard, like Nathan just said. So we want people to submit their gig stories, like not the happy ones, like the craziest, the weirdest, the thing that sticks out in your mind that, you know, you'll remember that one for the rest of your life. And we want to implement it and show it to the audience, basically. We've got a few submissions. It's a long one. It's from GLAZED. If you want to submit anything, even if we're not, you know, filming the episode, we will store it and we will probably use it. Just make sure it's crazy, funny, anything that sticks out in your mind. This is at the Mod Club Toronto. It's the first time I was ever on a tour bus. Ended up drinking, partying with Warbringer pre-show on the tour bus, after show, pissed on the tour bus toilet, and learned no shitting on the tour bus rule. An important rule. It's always a shit story, isn't there? With like,
It's always a shit story.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Like, the bowels are non-existent on tours apparently. So he ended up at a dive bar with the band after playing Metallica Ride the Lightning, Pinball Machine, and Gallagher. So Chris, who you know from XJR Films and THRASHEDTV, drove us down. We were parked at a grocery store plaza parking lot across from the street from the club. We see the tour buses, trailers parked in an open on small side street. I had no background in modern metal bands, etc. I was an old head, middle school, classic rock, heavy metal phase. Didn't know I was walking into a layer of new metal royalty. We immediately brought onto the bus by Kevil, former bassist Jesse, I think. I'm meeting these guys for the first time, so I have no clue who they are and what the big deal was. Just waltzing onto Warbringer tour bus and having them pour half solo cups filled with Jack Daniels straight up. Jesus. A half cup of Jack Daniels?
Oh.
Oof.
No.
It's not even nice whiskey, damn. There was a line of those public rental bikes they have in the cities outside the bus, which was way too hectic pre-show for an interview. So we headed outside, we saw the bikes on the check out the venue, sound check, and headed outside. As a camera guy, I made sure the security guard knew I was the media and the band personally, so I could get up from the balcony for prime filming over the crowd. Side note, the security guards are way underpaid, I can imagine, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
As long as you're not wasted or crazy, can hold a regular conversation, know how to slip someone a bill and a handshake, keep a 20 or 50 bill on you, you can get backstage, VIP, meet any band you want.
I'm going to make note of that.
Yeah, I'm making that. Cheers for that, it's good advice. Any band that you want, don't make them regret it by being weird, because they'll take your money and beat your ass. Yeah, be kind. I got VIP to meet the band, just gave the guy 6. So we head out, hit Tim Hortons, the famous Canadian stereotype coffee shop, and ended up with the bikes outside. So I set up my camera, tripod. I tell them to get on the bikes, which led to the dank memes with Warbringer episode. I remember watching that actually.
That was a really good episode actually.
It's nice to hear like the behind the scenes to it. Like,
that was actually a really good episode.
I was gonna say. So there was Carlos and Adam. They stopped by. I later met them on the bus hanging out with the band crew before we got kind of get the fuck out. It's showtime, bitches. Not a real quote. Just like it was showtime. Ha ha ha. So I head in with Chris, and we run into a few friends we had from the metal scene. I let him lose the show, and I start roaming for B-roll around the show. Few songs, was lucky enough to roll when Chris was in the mosh pit and Kevil pulled him on stage to headbang, which blew my mind, the level of interaction he had with the fans and the band. He was his own thing at the side of the show. That's cool.
That's pretty cool. The fact that he's actually promoting like a proper interaction by getting people to come on the stage, like...
Yeah, I like that. Just give something back, doesn't it? The show ends and we immediately head back to the bus like fucking rock stars, start drinking with the band and crew. Band members showering on the bus and coming out in towels and cheersing their drinks with us. Go to change, ready to unwind, past the sleeping quarters. Also, no sex on the bus. They didn't specify self-love though. Where is this going? But the beds were tight and stacked. You'd like to hear it, you know? We ended up roaming with the band for a few blocks to a little dive bar in Toronto east of the Mod Club. They knew exactly where they were going. I had it on the salon wood floor. No light bulb in the place, had full power, just pure dim light with candles in bottles. Some stuck on the table, all pinball machines, arcade cabs in the back. Not barcade, but like a real bar with some games. We were still hella poor students, so scraping change for drinks. Been there.
Yep.
Me last night, actually, to be honest.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. We missed the band's group orders. Chris had to go drive, so he had to stop drinking early. First round in the next 2 hours. Until the last call, they hung out at the bar, which was basically a private party of the bands of that tour. Can't recall now, but it was 2017. Now we wait for the concerts to come back post-pandemic. For our foot in the door becomes the old hole blown open by THRASHEDTV. Fucking awesomeness. Crackhead editing. Yeah, that sounds fucking crazy, to be fair. Like, I think for a moment you get to live like a rock star. It's kind of cool.
But as well, like, the fact that he managed to get, like, backstage just by trading cigs.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, that was pretty funny. Like, you know, like, it's like the fact that the fucking security just like, yeah, just give me a cig.
Why? Because fuck them, that's why.